సో జిహెచ్ఎంసీ ఎలక్షన్స్కి సంబంధించి ఇక్కడ కొంతమంది ఉన్నారు, వీళ్ళు ఏం చెప్తారో తెలుసుకునే ప్రయత్నం చేద్దాం. సార్ మీ పేరేంటండి?
నా పేరు విజయ్ అండి. ఐఎమ్ ఎన్ ఐటీ ఎంప్లాయీ.
ఐటీ ఎంప్లాయీ మీరు. సో మీరు ఈ జిహెచ్ఎంసీ ఎలక్షన్స్ని ఎట్లా చూస్తారు అండ్ వాట్ ఈజ్ యువర్ ఒపీనియన్? ఏంటి ఇప్పటిదాకా జిహెచ్ఎంసీ పాలక వర్గం కానివ్వండి, జిహెచ్ఎంసీ నుంచి అభివృద్ధి కార్యక్రమాలు బాగా జరిగాయని మీరు అనుకుంటున్నారా, లేకపోతే ఇంకా ఏమైనా చేంజ్ కోరుకుంటున్నారా?
Definitely, sir. That's a very good point what you have taken. Categorically, if you see, I don't say there's no development. There's definitely development అనేది జరిగింది. కాకపోతే ఇదంతా ఒక పై మెరుగులాగానే జరిగిందండి. అంటే ఎక్కడ ఏది పర్ఫెక్షన్ అనేది ఎక్కడ లేదండి. అండ్ సెకండ్ థింగ్, ఇంత హడావిడిగా ఎలక్షన్స్ పెట్టాల్సిన అవసరం ఏంటో నాకైతే అర్థం కావట్లేదు. And why that should be like ఇవాళ you have notified that there is going to be some elections within 10 days, mali you are going for the election and everything is happening in a span of 2 weeks. I just don't understand why so much of hurry. If you really have done a very good job, why are you hiding away from it? Why don't you talk about it for long? That's my point. Second, if you see a road, the bottom of the road is left idle and you're putting a patch on it which is going off once your elections are over. Are you doing it for elections? Yes, very good. If you're doing it for elections, you're doing it. Thanks for it. But what about post-elections? It is we, the public, who are going to suffer because of that. Because of your inefficient thoughts, you're doing and spending a lot of our money and that is just going into the drain and we are not getting a technical solution out of it. So that's my biggest problem. And second thing, if you see, there's a lot of funds we are hearing there's a lot of money that's being spent. This money is being spent, but is it reaching the end user? I definitely question that, because I see some hundreds of crores are being spent or people are standing in serpentine queues to get that 10,000 bucks. Is it really going to the person who really had the damage? It's a time for introspection for all our political leaders, parties and everybody involved, because it is not one person's money, it is our money. And at the end of the day, it has to be spent very effectively and judiciously. And according to me, it is not happening so, sir. So that's the biggest problem.
నేను ఒక ప్రశ్న అడుగుతాను మిమ్మల్ని. ఇప్పుడు నిన్న కేసీఆర్ మాట్లాడుతూ ఒక మాట అన్నారు, బేసికలీ హైదరాబాద్ ఎట్లా ఉండాలని కోరుకుంటున్నారనే ఒక ప్రశ్నని ఆయన రేజ్ చేయడం జరిగింది. అదేంటంటే హైదరాబాద్లో మత కల్లోలాలు, కర్ఫ్యూ వాతావరణం ఇవన్నీ ఉండే హైదరాబాద్ కావాలా, లేక మత సామరస్యంతో ఉండే హైదరాబాద్ కావాలా అని అడిగారు. అంటే ఇండైరెక్ట్లీ ఆయన డైరెక్ట్గానే బీజేపీని టార్గెట్ చేసినట్టుగా కనపడుతుంది. సో బీజేపీ ఉండడం వల్ల మత కల్లోలాలు ఇవన్నీ జరుగుతాయి, సో మతాన్ని బేస్ చేసుకొని మాట్లాడుతున్నారనే మాటని ఆయన యూజ్ చేయడం జరిగింది. సో డూ యూ రియలీ ఫీల్ దట్ ఈస్ రైట్? మీరు ఏమనుకుంటున్నారు దాని గురించి?
No, I don't feel that, because whatever he say, I don't stand by what he says, because KCR says. The reason being, see, it's like situation is not so scary. Situation is very normal. People are very much in harmony. There's absolutely no problems. Only thing is to come up or show up yourself as a hero, you're wanting to portray as if it is something is terribly going wrong. But what is terribly going wrong, you are just ignoring. Be it infrastructure, be it supporting the needy, and the people who really need support are the ones who are getting ignored. These are the things what, as a leader, you need to start thinking about those points. You don't have to talk about a caste. You don't have to talk about harmony. When absolutely I don't see there is an issue of tell me one. I have a question again for you. Tell me one caste-based or one religion-based riot that would have happened in the last 1 or 5 or 6 years. Hardly there is anything. So why are you wanting to cast that vote just for your selfishness? Why do you want to win? Why do you want to talk that and get a kind of opinion, create a rift between?
ఆయన చెప్పేది ఏంటంటే జిహెచ్ఎంసీలో ఇప్పటిదాకా ఏం జరగలేదు, 6 ఏళ్లకెళ్ళి ఎటువంటి కర్ఫ్యూ లేదు, కానీ ఒకవేళ బీజేపీ జిహెచ్ఎంసీలో గెలిస్తే మాత్రం అవి జరుగుతాయనేది ఆయన చెప్తున్నమాట. మిగతా బీజేపీ పాలిత రాష్ట్రాల్లో కానివ్వండి, సిటీస్లో కానివ్వండి ఆ పరిస్థితి ఉందని మీరు అనుకుంటున్నారు? ఎందుకంటే మీరు ఒక ఐటీ ఎంప్లాయీ కాబట్టి మీరు గ్లోబలైజ్డ్ వరల్డ్ గురించి మీరు మాట్లాడుతూ ఉంటారు, సొసైటీ గురించి మాట్లాడుతూ ఉంటారు. సో బేసికల్లీ ఒక ఐటీ ఎంప్లాయీగా నిజంగా ఈ ఇష్యూని జిహెచ్ఎంసీలో కేసీఆర్ వాడడం దేనికి సంకేతం అని మీరు అనుకుంటున్నారు?
ఇది సెల్ఫిష్నెస్ అండి. దట్ ఈస్ ప్యూర్లీ సెల్ఫిష్నెస్. ఐ డోంట్ సీ అండర్ ద అజైల్ గైడెన్స్ ఆఫ్ మిస్టర్ నరేంద్ర మోడీ, అవర్ కంట్రీ ఈస్ గోయింగ్ వే అహెడ్, sir. And if you see, as a India, or for that matter as a city, Hyderabad, it has got an international recognition. That is because of, I would give entire credit to Mr. Narendra Modi, who is taking this campaign or taking this country to the next level. Unfortunately, people are talking against him. It's not because I'm a fan of Modi. In fact, I'm a great fan of Mr. KTR also. I would always feel KTR is a wonderful person in the right person in the wrong party.
Okay.
So that's my view to it, because he's a guy who is like technologically advanced. He knows what is happening outside the world. And unfortunately, the great failure of this government is they know everything and they are not able to replicate out here, and they're not going to giving the best to the people out here. That's my view to it, sir. And just to address your question on the caste-based politics or religion-based politics, see, sir, every point has its own pluses and its own minuses. If you walk to that side of the country, I would just be very categorical in saying, Old City, would you get a similar reply in Old City? You will not get it. You will always get anti-Hindu. And as a matter of fact, if you come to these kind of societies where there's a mix of population, you will get mixed responses, and sometimes you get a positive response also. But go to that part of the country, whatever you do, however you do, people's assumption and understanding, or they are being groomed in that fashion. So unfortunately, you don't I don't think you'll get a negative response ever from that side. And is it going into a constructive manner? No, it is not, because that's always destructive. Caste-based, selfishness, religion-based, these are all destructive mechanisms. And if you take any of the global countries, if they are on the top slot, that is only because of their policies, the system what they follow. They don't follow reservations, they don't follow, like there could be some kind of reservation, but very minimal, not to the extent what we have in India. So that is something our government should start focusing on. Build your infrastructure. You have amazing talent in this country.
Okay. So finally, Modi and KTR, iddaru meeku ishtam antunnaru.
Yes, sir.
So you like both, right? So Modi and KTR. Now even BJP and TRS is fighting each other in GHMC elections. So whom do you vote?
I just don't want to express my feeling onto whom I'm going to vote, but if you ask me, I would definitely support our great Prime Minister, who has done a lot of things for this country and who is actually paving the nation in the right direction.
Okay.
So I think it's time for people to introspect, understand what's going, and cast their vote very effectively. First, cast your vote without fail and cast the right person. Don't fall to any kind of offerings. Don't fall to any kind of what do you call inspirational, motivational, caste-based and religion-based speeches. Don't fall to it. Think what is correct. Think about your future generation. It is not you who's going to see the fruit. If there is a change that's going to happen, the fruit will be enjoyed by our next generations.
Okay.
And I would strongly recommend, think of your next generation before you cast your vote.
Okay.
My opinion, I've already told. I am going with a person who is taking the nation in the right direction.
Okay.